Hi, Bo here from High Tech Investment, and welcome back to the channel where we can finally tell you that we have the Spaghetti Trader EA. It is actually already trading live. We will also tell you where you can actually get it through this video here. We have done the first live trading. It is doing quite well, and we have it also on various different time frames. So we're going to introduce you to the brand new, no longer beta tested version of it, and show you exactly our results and how we have set up our EA. Now, first of all, we will show you later on in the program here also how it's trading and the different currency pairs that it is trading. You can see a picture here that we took just half an hour before we actually made this particular video. And we can see the setup is very, very simple. And basically it will create 28 different currency pairs that you trade up against each other. And it's all automated, so it is very, very simple. You don't even have to open extra windows like we have. This is simply just to follow the trades themselves. And right now everything looks extremely positive. Obviously this is still only the first week. There will be a lot more trading to come in order to analyze exactly all the results and which time frames work, which doesn't. Now, when you talk about the Spaghetti Trader, obviously you want to know exactly how it trades and how it enters and exits again. And part of what you are seeing here is basically the whole idea about the Spaghetti Trader is that you have the 28 currency pairs that you are trading, and you are trading them against each other, but in such a way that you're only taking basically the strongest and the weakest ones, and then basically trading them up against each other. When the currency pairs are on the center line or in the middle, that is basically where you don't want to trade, because things can go either way. So you want to make sure that you have currency pairs that are strong against each other or weak against each other. That is the whole idea of the Spaghetti Trader. Now, we have made a couple of videos also mentioning how this is, the setups and all the details back then. And we suggest that you go and have a look at the videos. We'll make sure also that there's a couple of links for the videos in there to familiarize yourself with this and what we have gone through the first part of the beta testing. And the second video is this one here, where we are finished with the beta testing. Basically, go through what we have learned, what are the pros and cons of this particular EA, and we can see that some things has been implemented. So within this EA, other things have not, and that is also part of this particular video today that we're gonna go through. So if we start with the overview of the EA itself, on the left-hand side here, you have the simplified settings on the EA here. So there's not really many, everything can be on one screen. And on the other side, you have the 28 currency pairs that the EA is basically working with. The red ones here are all the ones with the US dollars in it. So basically those are the primary ones. And then you have the crosses below in green, but all of them can be traded up against each other depending on which ones are weak, which ones is strong. So if we have a look first at the main parts of the EA, which ones that we believe we have to focus on in order to set it up. That is the RSI period, which is a very simple one again to test, normally somewhere between 2 and 12 or 2 and 16. That is what we are using at the moment. That is the main part. The second part is the trigger zone, basically how strong or how weak the individual signals are, or currencies here. And you have to set that also somewhere between 30 and 40 to start off with. At least that is depending on the market situation, of course. The third part, that is also the primary part to set up, is your lot sizing. That one is a bit more difficult here because, again, you have 28 currency pairs, so they might all trade at the same time, or you might have absolutely nothing trading at the same time. It all depends, again, as we said, on the market. There will be some continuous training. We know that from the previous beta test versions here, but we're not exactly sure how big of a lot size, but that will come later on. Right now, we just want to see the system itself develop so we can understand it better. And then you have the normal take profit and stop loss in here. And also those, of course, are important. One of the important things also that when we normally set it up, we are looking for a bigger take profit than the stop loss, because it will give us a bit of an advantage. Obviously, we would like to have it a lot bigger, but again, we have to go through the backtesting results and see exactly what comes out of it. And then the last part is the spaghetti closure. The closer trade upon currency lines crossover, meaning when they are not strong and weak anymore, but basically equal. You can close it off here, or you can do it together with the take profit or stop loss. There's a couple of different ways of doing this. The secondary factors within the EA itself is the indicating smoothing factor. And that one is basically just a fine tuning within it. We haven't really played around with it too much. We want the rough stuff first to make sure that it's running as it should be, and then you can always fine tune it later on. The second part is the direction of trade entry. We normally don't fiddle around with this one here too much, because if you get everything else right, you shouldn't be able to worry too much about this. We normally just use the normal directions, but you can obviously also have the opposite direction. And then you have the important part, which is one of the ones we highlighted in the beta test itself, the excluding pairs in here, because depending on which broker you are actually planning on putting the EA on, there might be some limitations. We certainly have seen that on a couple of brokers that we tried out. And that means that the EA will not work. So you have to go in and say, okay, I don't want to trade these currency pairs to make the robot work. And that is a very easy fix overall. And then the fourth one here is the max total trades. At the moment, this one, as you can see here, is set to 50. It might be way too much, but we want to make sure it has free range, so we can understand exactly how frequently, how often, how many open trades we are expected to see. And obviously, if we later on figure out that it's opening too many and our equity is going down too hard and too fast, then obviously you can limit it by there. But right now we're going to keep it open. And then again, here we have, as I mentioned before, the take profit and stop loss limit type. And here you can basically go in and select relative stop loss and take profit based on the Euro USD. So again, it's taking its baseline, so from the Euro USD, and then adding it to the other currency pairs. Some are less volatile, some might be even more. And then it changes the stop loss and take profit out of that, or you simply have the same take profit and stop loss on all your currency pairs, which is certainly not something I would recommend. The last part is the volatility period of the daily time frame. And if you're in Europe, it's normally somewhere between 1 and 3 o'clock. But you can again adjust it to see if you can actually get more out of your currency pairs. But this is basically some baselines within the EA to optimize it. So as you can see, it is very, very simple setups overall. Now, if we try just to dissect a couple of the things in here, and again, the yellow markers is the ones that we feel is the top priority. There's a couple of things that you can open within here, and the take profit and stop loss limit type here, it says relative. So either here it says fixed stop loss and take profit, pip at enter it above, and the other one is the relative one based on the Euro USD. Again, we are at the moment testing it with the relative to the Euro USD. We believe that is the best one. And then you have the spaghetti closure here. Again, close trades, stop loss, take profit only goes through those two settings. And then close trade upon currency line crossover, and you have a different part here. Now, especially on our 4-hour time frame, we have actually found out that the same settings that we wanted to use actually works quite well. So both with the spaghetti closure, so we actually have added that 2 times on with the exact same settings, same stop loss and take profits, but they are closing differently. And we're going to have a look at that here also, because one of these things has already happened, and we're going to have a look exactly see what that means at the end of the day. So we have basically 48 currency pairs, so 2 times the EA. So that, I believe, is going to be a very active account. The last part here is the direction of trade entry, as we've seen on so many other expert Forex robots here, where we have the normal direction and we have the reversal direction. So we have moved over to our virtual private server here, so where we are running all the Spaghetti Trader EAs, and the first one we get to here is our 15-minute chart. And These ones here is basically the only setup that you have to do. So for the spaghetti trader, when you are starting it, you simply drag and drop. So within your navigator here, you have your spaghetti trader and you just add it to any chart. It doesn't really have to be a Euro USD. It can be any chart and it will automatically pick up the rest of the currency pairs that it will need. If you go and have a look at the market watch, you can find them also over here. So everything is running in the background. And if we close that one down for a second, we also have this link to the FX Blue, as you can see here, where you can find more of your data. So if we have a look at the history in here, it looks very good. So far we're up about $65. And if we scroll up, we'll see that we started off with 100 and basically we have taken 10 on. So this was basically the way the broker works here. So we have come down again, so to a $10,000 account. And then you can see all the individual trades in the percentage also. This is the MT5 platform, a few red ones, and then quite a few blue ones that is in here. Overall, we seem to have done quite well with a range of them. And you can also see the trades in here. So we have the first one, Aussie Japanese, and a quick one out here again. So not very long. The British pounds USD also down here. And then again out this particular here. This is where we are missing the trailing stop. We mentioned sometimes that Expert Forex didn't implement. On the other hand here, Aussie USD, we did a quite good one also here, right on the top basically, before it turned around again. We did another buy, which could have been even further down here, but again cashed in quite nicely. And we just recently done one here, where we did one on the sell for British pounds Japanese. And you can see this on a 15-minute chart. It doesn't really matter because that's not where the EA is on. We can see this one here. It done a buy and then basically it's gone out again here. So again, very, very quick trades, not in the trades for too long overall. Let's go and have a look at the 1 hour, which is the one that we don't have much. It is currently down by $55. And again, here we see started off with 100,000, took 90 off. And we have seen how it's trading at the moment. Not too many trades at all. And definitely this will be the next one we need to have a closer look at to make sure that we can optimize it. So now we move over to the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see, we're doing quite well here at the moment. We have 5 open trades. At the moment, we are up about $140. Started off also here with 10,000. And so far we have made $81. If we have a quick look at the history, we can see there's only 2 trades that has closed so far. And that has been enough to basically make it up. Again, $100,000 minus 90. So starting with 10 at the end of the day. And the balance looks to be improving. Again, the setup here, we have the FX Blue, but as you'll see, we have actually 2 spaghetti traders running here. And this is what I mentioned a bit earlier, that there is 2 different ways of closing off trades with the spaghetti trader. One is the take profit and stop loss, and the other one is the crossover from the currencies, basically when they are not strong and weak, but basically evening out. And that's where it comes in and closes off. And we have a very good example here on the New Zealand US dollars. So down here we have one of the EAs that are basically running the crossover. We had a buy in here and it decided to get out right about there. You can see there's still a take profit, and that is the other EA that only works with either stop loss or take profit. So it will continue until it hits that one. And that particular one seems to indicate that we will make about 50% more profit, but at the same time, we will also have a higher drawdown overall. That's why we are actually testing both of the things at the same time. We are using different magical numbers, so we can actually figure out which ones is what, which one is working better. But right now we're putting everything in one chart, also to get a lot of trades in so we can see exactly how they work. And that's why you will see them also double down here, except for the 54 at the moment. So this is the one we have open on the New Zealand USD. The other ones you will find in here is we have the USD Japanese up here, has basically set up a sell. and that is the ones we find down here at the moment. And it is in slightly positive, and that's basically expecting the price to come back down here again. And then we have the British pounds, New Zealand. Also here we have a sell, and it's halfway almost down here to our take profit, and that's also the ones that you see here. They are looking quite good. So a lot of active trading is actually going on with the spaghetti trader right now, and the more the merrier. We will just show you exactly how all these things look when you go to our FX Blue site. So if we take a look in FX Blue format here, you'll then see that this is our 15-minute chart. We can see the balance in here is currently up by $63. No floating profit or loss at the moment. There's no trades open. The graph looks okay. We can see there's a small little dip in here. And then we can see the total returns so far, 0.6%. Monthly returns, 3.4. Again, it is calculated by FX Blue. Weekly returns, 0.8. We're not really too interested in the weekly returns at the moment, so we are more interested in how exactly it trades. We can put up the lot size later on, so if we think it's too low. And trade wins, 64%. We have it right now. And then you can see pips, 66 pips we have taken, and trades per day, about 6.4, history 7 days in total. And then risk rewards we have down here. Trade length is about 81 minutes, so very short ones, but it is also a very short time frame we are running on. And you can see all the different currency pairs that we have already traded on, and there's even more here. So quite a bit of data. So already just from the first week. If we have a look at the stats up here, we can then also see the weekly returns. Everything is back here again. And if we have a look at the days, we can see that it has traded 4 days. So that one was a positive one. This one was a positive one. And then we had a minus day here, so which was on the 15th. And again, here we have a positive day. We can see the winning percentage over here also a bit low at the moment. So most probably as we tweak it, we will get it higher up, but so far it's looking not too bad. If we are looking at the worst one that we saw here before, which is the 1 hour one, and that is definitely the next one we need to have a closer look at. We can already see here that no trades is taken either at the moment, just down 55. Total returns is minus 0.5%. We're not too worried about all these things right now. We can see the symbol of trades in here. So we have 5 different currency pairs that it has traded so far. And if we have a look also at the individual trade length, now it's a bit longer. Now it's 13.6 hours. So obviously there is a bit more delay on these particular trades, which is quite normal depending on the individual time frames you are trading. Again, same numbers that we have here. And if we go in on the day, we can see that it's been trading 3 days. We had a losing day on the 11th and 12th. And then here on the 15th, we had 27. So that was a winning day overall. We can see 0 winners was on the first day, 50% was on the second day on the 12th. And then the one winner here had 100%. So not too bad. But then let's go and have a look at the one that are best performing right now. Balance is only up by $81, but as you can see, equity is 234 right now. So floating profit and loss is actually in plus 153. And close profit is already in with the $81. We can see the total returns that we have, 2.3%, monthly returns 5.8, and then weekly return 1.4, trade wins 100% so far, which is obviously quite nice, but they are also the ones that we have the most experience with, because it takes a very long time to backtest the other ones, and that is still ongoing. Pips we can see 78. And if we have a look at trade length, look at the trade length here, it's a lot longer. Again, it's a 4-hour time frame, so it's quite normal. 45 hours so of trade length so far. And we can see symbol of trades. We have only traded 2 of them right now, and they have been traded double because, again, we have 2 EAs on the same part, as I mentioned here to you before. And then if we have a look again at the stats itself, the weekly returns, everything is similar. So let's have a look on a day perspective, we can see it has been trading only 2 days so far, 15 and 16. And it has been doing quite well, and obviously 100% winners, but we need a lot more data going forward to make sure that we can see how it actually develops and how it moves forward. Now, I know we're providing you a lot of different information here in a very short period of time, but as always, you can find more about all the different details and the testing also through our website itself. All you have to do is go to our portfolio, you click on the Spaghetti Trader itself, and from there on, it will tell you a bit of an information of what exactly it does. We will also have some future monthly profits that will be in here. You can find also the 2 videos that I mentioned here before, so you get a better feedback and better understanding of what the beta test was all about and how the Spaghetti Trader came about here. We will have the weekly profits that will also be posted here every single week. And then the more important part, we will have the individual FX Blue links that you can find here. And they will tell you a bit on the demo account how you should do your things. And also here we have a bit of video from Expert Forex and Alex. Plus we have a range of links where you can find more details, more information on it. So everything gathered in one place. So where exactly can you get your hands on this particular EA? Well, the first part is you can see on our website, we have the video from Expert Forex. And within that video, there is links, so that will take you exactly there. And also we have the links in our website itself. And that basically leads to the Expert Forex Premium Forum. So if you are a Premium Forum member, you can actually download this one for free. And you have to go into the section 14 that I highlighted here. And basically just click on the Spaghetti Trader. It will then take you to the right links so that you can start your download. And that will then take you over and you get an option. So to get both the MT4 and the MT5 platforms, include user guides and also download manuals that will provide you a lot more details than what we have given you here today for you to get started and also have a look exactly on how the individual setup works. So as you can see, the Spaghetti Trader is off to a very good start. So at least we think so. We have taken just 3 time frames, but those are the ones that we have a bit of experience with on the beta testing itself. We have now shown you also the results, and they are definitely not looking bad. If you're asking us, definitely there is more to come. There's more adjustments, and obviously we need to understand a bit more about it, but that comes through the back testing part and also seeing which trade it's taking, when it's opening, when it's closing. That's where we can start making the fine-tune adjustments to make sure that overall the EA will be profitable in the future. So we hope we've given you a good insights and actually also a bit of an idea of maybe you should trade the Spaghetti Trader yourself. Again, just please understand that this is not trading advice. So this is not investment advice at all here. We are only showing exactly what we are doing, and we are also sharing that with you so you have a good idea of what you are actually getting yourself into here. So we hope that this video has been helpful in order to understand exactly what this new EA project is all about from Expert Forex. And we will do a lot more videos in the future. So I hope to see you on one of my next ones very, very soon. Bye-bye.